Hey guys, welcome to another video. On Instagram, I asked you guys if you would like for me to do a mock budget, and a few of you voted yes, so here I am to film it. So we're going to do a mock budget for the month of October, and this is basically me writing my budget down to see what changes I could make within my budget to help support me with paying off my credit card. Now my goal is to pay off my credit card by the end of December. That's my goal, because I feel like that money that I'm using for the credit card could go towards other debts and sort of create a domino effect with paying off the others. So that's my plan. Everything on this mock budget will be accurate. We will be using real numbers, and I will be showing you guys what I intend to do with my money for the month of October. So if this is something you'd like to see, please keep on watching.
Do you wanna come along with me? Come along with me. Do you wanna? And we ain't got nothing, gotta do something, get it right. Gonna keep on running, grab the fun and live it light. And tomorrow's far away, should I let the party fade? And we ain't got nothing, gotta do something, let us go tonight.
Alright, so the first thing we're going to start off with doing is the income. So I'm just using a notepad here, and I'm going to write in my income for the month of October, and that's going to be £1,464.29. That's how much we've got coming in with everything included. All right, now I am going to create the budget. Now the first thing I'm going to be putting at the top is my 3% savings. And I'm just going to leave a space, and I'm going to be putting £25 for that. Okay. The next thing I'm going to be doing are my sinking funds. Now my plan is to create sinking funds for the priority payments that are due. We've already started the road tax sinking fund. We've just got £19, and then we're completely done with that. I've also put down a Christmas fund, a Costco membership, car maintenance, car insurance, birthdays. The list sort of goes on from there. Now what I want to pull out, I want to start the Christmas fund because we're in September and Kaylan's going to be spending Christmas with myself. I will be doing an updated sinking fund video, so don't be alarmed, that will come in the next week or so. So Kaylan will be spending Christmas with me this year, so I need to make sure that I've got some money set aside for that no matter what, because I don't want to be using a credit card to do that. And I also want to make sure I've got some money set aside for the Costco membership. So I'm going to work with just these three for now. I'm not going to put the car maintenance because that's a bit more steeper, and you guys will see what I mean once I film the sinking fund video. All right, so I'm going to just add up the numbers for those three categories. So we've got the road tax, we're putting £7 down on that. Christmas fund, we're putting 50, and the Costco membership, we're putting £7.50. Okay, so we've got $64.50 that we need to put aside for the sinking fund. If you guys don't know what sinking funds are, I think you guys should all be aware of what those are now. But it's just setting money aside for, you know, yearly upcoming expenses that you don't want to have to go out of pocket for. So you start saving very early. So I'm going to add the $64.50 to the £25. So $64.50 plus 25. That gives us $89.50 there. I'm going to use a different color pen. So that's $89.50. All right. And then what we're going to do, we're going to subtract the $89.50 from the 1400. So that minus 1464.29 leaves us with 1374.79. And I'm just using different color pens so I could break it up for you guys. So let's just put total so we know what we're doing. We'll put total here. And then just across from it, I'm just going to put leftover. Someone's playing music and it's really loud. I hope it's not being picked up because I'm not in the mood for YouTube to be flagging my videos. So that's £1,374.79. I'm just going to put expenses here. All right. And the first one we're going to write in is our rent. And what I've decided to do for my rent, I had it worked out where I was paying £413, and that's over the 52-week period. But because of how my money is going right now, I'm just going to be paying rent for 4 weeks until I could sort of catch my hand, and then I could go back to paying the $1,413. So the rent for October is going to be $373.60. All right. Now the council tax, I did apply to, you know, get this reduced a bit, but I wasn't eligible, so remove. That's 101. The electricity, now I know that I said to you guys that I'm going to be using the money for a cushion, but I think for now, because I'm trying to pay the debt off and this is just a temporary thing, I'm just going to be paying what they're billing me, okay? I did want to put the money down, but I can't afford to do that right now. So, and that's okay. So the electricity is going to be £31. Okay, sometimes you have goals and you have to sort of pause those goals to just, you know, make headway with other things. So we've got gas. The gas as well is reduced. Let me just get the amount. That's going to be $44.48 for the gas. Okay, they've reduced it from $55.91. The water, we'll be paying $35.59. Then we've got our mobile. And like I said to you guys, I did take out a second line, so I need to work out how much that's going to be, so just bear with me. My line is £8.60, and Kaylan's line is going to be £14, so that's $22.60. The internet is $39.50, and we've got our bank account fee, which is £2. So these are everything that we've got to pay. I put things that we need to pay in this particular section because everything else that's not in here I could sort of pay more or pay less or cancel, if that makes sense. So let's get the calculator and we're going to add these up. Okay, this is a bit of a long video, but I'm just sort of showing you guys what I'm doing to sort of make things work for me right now. It's not my first choice, but it's what I've got to do. My back's against the wall right now and I just need to do what I need to do to get where I need to get. So that's 373.6 there for the rent, 101, 31, 44.48, 35.59, 22.16, 39.50. So that's 649.77. So let's just put total. And that's 649.77. And let's just put the leftover amount on the side here. So we're going to subtract that from the 1374. You guys can't see. So that leaves us with 725.02. All right, so this is where it gets a bit tricky, where I'm switching things up. Okay, so we've got 725.02. Now, as far as I'm aware, my credit card is £2,012 at the moment. I do know that interest will go on to that. So let's just sort of put the interest on and then the other fees on. Okay, so let me just get those quickly. Bear with me. All right, my figures might be a bit off, but I'm predicting that my credit card, it's currently £212, and with the fees and interest, I am predicting that it's going to go up to £2,058.90. Now, I might be a bit off, okay, by maybe £10 or something like that. I'm not sure. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add my normal debts first. So these are my 0% debts, okay? So I'm going to put these here first because these I need to pay them. And that's £202. But I think it's going to be a little bit more. So let's put about 220. We're going to put about 220 pounds, just to be on the safe side. So if we put 725.02 from 220, we have got £505 2 pence left. All right, so I'm just going to put the total down here is 220. Just going to write it so we know, and then we're going to put the leftover amount of 505.02, just so that we know what we're working with. Okay, total, and then we've got, what's this leftover? Let me push this up a bit so you guys can see, because I'm using a huge notepad here. Now we've got our petrol, we've got groceries, we've got school fees, we've got a whole lot of stuff that we need to pay. So just bear with me, I'm gonna get my numbers done. Basically, I've not got a cheat sheet for this. I'm just working it out sort of semi-live with you guys, meaning I'm recording it live for you guys, so I don't have any sort of sheets next to me to sort of say what I'm going to be doing and what I'm not going to be doing. So let me get those figures sorted and then we'll come back. Okay, so we've got our school fees. Because these are bits that we have to pay, okay? I need to pay the school fees because I need to be able to drop Kaylan off and pick him up. So that's coming in at around £58 because Kaylan has some credit. So I sort of deducted that. So that's £58 for the school fees. Then we have got the subscriptions. Which is $21.99. And then we have got petrol because I'll be heading back to work. So I've decided to increase that by £20, and that's £80 in total we've got there. All right, so we're going to add this up. $58 plus 21.99 plus 80. So we've got $159.99. And we're going to subtract that from 505.02. So that leaves us with 345.03. So that's 345.03 left over. All right. Then we have got our groceries. We've got Kaylan's money for his snacks and what have you. And then we've got household items. So we've got our groceries. We need to eat, all right? So we're going to put groceries here. I'm also going to put Kaylan. And I'm going to put household items. Now, for groceries, I'm not going to lie. We've been going to Aldi and we've been picking up stuff here and there. And I'm going to be honest, a weekly shop across Aldi and probably Tesco's is going to be around 20 to 25 pounds, okay? And 2 weeks of that is already 50. And it's tight. Things are really, really, really tight, okay? We've only got 345 left, and that's not a lot left at all. It's not. And I don't want to not do my sinking funds. Do you know what I mean? I want to be able to do my sinking funds. So that's not up for debate at all. We're going to put £20 for the household item. Kaylan, on a weekly basis, his stuff comes up to about £15, like I said. So that's a bit, 15 times 4 is 60, isn't it? It's, oh my goodness, this is so hard, like for real. I'm going to take the plunge and I'm going to put £80 for groceries. So that's already 80 and 20, that's already 100. So we're left with 245, right? And then Kaylan, we're going to put 50 for him. We're just going to do it. We just have to do what we have to do, okay? So let's add up 80 plus 50 plus 20. So that's £150. $150 subtracted from 345.03 is 195.03. So the credit card, that's what we've got to pay towards it, okay? It is what it is. I wanted to pay more, but I don't have more to pay. So, and we need to eat. So it is what it is, right? So 195.03 is what we'll pay. Oh, hold on. So that leaves us with 0. So our budget is 0 based, okay? So we're going to just put total. $195.03, left over 0. Doing it this way has actually been a bit more insightful. Now, if I pull this down a bit so you guys can sort of see everything, we had £1,464.29. Okay, that's all we've got. Now, this could go up by maybe £50 or something like that if there's any money left over from September's budget. But September's budget is already looking very scary. So I doubt that that would happen. Now, you guys have seen that I've decreased the rent amount from the 413 because, like I said, I got that figure by calculating the yearly amount over the 52 or 53 week. I've even put the electricity and the gas, I've put the deducted rates there. Now what I'm going to do, just to sort of boost things up a bit, so do make sure that you come back to see the actual October budget. All of these numbers are correct. They're not dummy numbers, they're accurate numbers. But do come back to see when I film the actual budget for October on my printable sheet, which is what I really use. And what I'm thinking of doing, I know I said that I wanted to leave the money in there for a cushion. Now, about £27 of that is going to come out for the mobile phone line, because we sort of changed that in the middle of the month. So we didn't really budget for that. So that's going to come out of that. And then whatever is left, I'm going to empty that out and I'm going to put it into the income section. So you guys will have to come to see how I'm going to do that. So we might have, like I said, a little extra, maybe about 30 to maybe £50 to play around with, but we will probably allocate that to something else. So this is it. This is the mock budget for the month of October, using my real numbers and sort of working things out live with you guys to see what I'm going to be doing. It's really hard, I'm not gonna lie. It's really, really, really hard just to see that you're making this amount and there's so many expenses. Now, the good thing with the zero debts, I know this amount will reduce within the next 3 months or so. So that's quite a positive thing to look forward to. And I want to pay the credit card off by the end of December, but only being able to make £195 payment is gonna really keep us there a bit longer. So I need to be creative. I need to find ways of bringing in more money. And I don't know how I'm going to do it. Let's just be honest, I don't know how I'm going to do it, because I don't live a lavish lifestyle at all. I just live a simple life, as you guys know. But we'll get there. We'll figure it out together. But this is what it's looking like. So within the next 10 days or so, when I film my monthly budget, we will see if there's any changes made or anything, and that's it. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it gave you guys a bit of insight as to how I work my figures out. Before I wrap this up, let me just make sure that my numbers are correct by adding up the bits in red on this side. So let's go in with the 89.50 plus 649.77 plus 220 plus 159.99 plus 150 plus 195.03. Yeah, it's completely zero base. So we've got 1464.29 there. I just had to make sure, because you know sometimes numbers could be a lot. But this is it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it keeps you encouraged. And yeah, as we can see, the debts and the credit card, they take up quite a lot of our income, because that's over, let me see, 2, 3, that's about £370 that we could be putting in to, you know, savings or future investments or anything of that nature. But we will get there. I am pretty much sure that we will get there. It can be a bit off-putting, it can be a bit discouraging, I'm going to be honest, but I am working towards getting the debt paid off, all of the debts, everything that I owe, everyone that I owe. I just want to pay everyone off and just have a clean slate to work with, and not really get back into any debt at all, unless it's with my mortgage. And with my mortgage, I do want to have a healthy deposit so that I don't owe the bank anything ridiculous. So thanks so much for watching. Subscribe, it's absolutely free. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave any suggestions that you might have below. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.